I'm Ned Bowen, and I am the host of the Final Hour.
I am Lisa MacArthur.
I am Susan Morski, and we are Queens of Noise on KYRS.
My name is Jesse Swanson, and I'm a co-host of the Art Hour with
Jennifer LaRue, co-host of the Art Hour.
I'm William Berry. I'm the secretary on the board.
My name's Jonathan Sheffield.
I'm Sergey Grinkin.
And we're from Outspoken.
It's a show on KYRS that deals with LGBT community.
My name is Laura, and I am the communications coordinator for KYRS, so I do a lot of the social media stuff, and I'm also a board member of the station.
Well, in the very, very beginning, the excitement level was extraordinary. You couldn't walk by the building without feeling it. The couch that's out in the hallway now used to be in what's the studio now, and then the studio is in that little closet over at the other end. And every single night of the week, there'd be people hanging out on that couch. It was a party all the time.
And people think that, radio is this thing of the past when it's always just been there, I think it's more raw and it's more real. It's not,
Commercialized.
it's not scripted, it's not commercialized, and that's really important.
The one thing I really pride the Vinyl Hour on is communication, and I never pre-program anything. So I'm asking for inspiration all the time. I'll bring up 6 shows worth of music just so you get to call in and share with me where we should go.
KYRS is all about, what's current, what's real, what's happening, really unique music. I love turning it on and being turned on to some rad other kind of music I've never heard.
The world is seemingly going mad in parts, there's no question about that. Yet for 2 hours, the Vinyl Hour owns the airwaves. I still get the code every week, man. I get to come in the door, it's way cool. So what are we gonna do with 2 hours of radio? So I like to start the show on something positive and build it upon that.
There's blues, and then the next hour is something entirely different. And, so expect that. But I think people ought to just listen and find their favorite shows and have their mind blown a little bit by what is actually happening in Spokane. And then think, I don't know, I listen to Tom Hartman and Haney Goodman in the morning, and it's the stuff, I get said a lot, it's the stuff you just don't hear anywhere else. And if you agree, don't agree, it's going to make you think. And the more thinking people we have, the better place the world is.
I didn't know that I had such a powerful voice before KYRS gave me the opportunity to show my voice. And so, going on air with my good friend Jonathan as a co-host, it gave me the platform to discover not only what I can do, but what it means to have voice, what it means to be myself on air. And I think that it's really helped me grow a lot, and I think that's the case for a lot of people.
It is a voice that isn't regulated by ad space. It isn't about a sponsor that tells you, I need you to say this, this, and this, and a bunch of people looking at ratings saying, this is the only way you can make a successful show. It's handing real people, everyday people, the reins to make their own programs and leaving you pretty much alone so you can create what you want.
They also work a lot with junior high kids, elementary school kids, and high school, and they provide a lot of opportunities for those that want to maybe get into engineering, programming, that kind of stuff, and that's a really good opportunity. I mean, these kids that have their own shows, they're so cool, and I wish I had my own show when I was, in junior high or high school. I think that's really cool. So they provide a lot of learning opportunities, and they highlight a lot of underserved communities as well. And I think that we need to know about our community, and that's a huge way that we can educate ourselves about what's going on around Spokane and who the people are of Spokane.
Yeah, it's an invaluable resource that we have here in the community, and I think exposure is right. We want to show that there are voices that you don't hear anywhere else in your own community. There are voices that you might relate to and you never thought you could have. And you know, we get messages all the time about, you know, how many youth and people are out there that connect and for the first time have found someone to connect to on the radio. And we just want to make sure that more people have the opportunity to.
Well, I guess I tell people when I first tell them about it, listen, if you don't like what you hear, wait for the next hour because it's so diverse.
KYRS is small enough and big enough at the same time that we are continue to grow, that it allows people the opportunity to be a part of something bigger than themselves.
Oh, well, I know, I mean, just as a board member, that things like the native programming is listened to all over the country because it's unusual, it's unique in the country.
Outspoken is very important because we like to say at KYRS that we serve communities that are underserved, especially in the media. The LGBT community is extremely underserved.
Queer Sounds is one of the first things I heard way back, and I was like, yes, that is so necessary. And now it seems like everything's easy. Everybody can get married. It's all good. It's like they were there, and it's still needed. You know, Spanish language programming. I don't speak Spanish. I can pick up every other word or something, but it just makes me really happy in Spokane, in the middle of nowhere, to hear something other than, you know, top 10 programming and same old. So it's just really cool.
The variety of what KYRS offers hopefully gets that opportunity for that new person to connect in one form or another, be it music, be it news, social events, spoken word, you know, poetry, children's shows. My goodness, the variety is pretty amazing.
If you are, I don't know, one of these people in a demographic where you feel like you're alone, like they'll probably have a show for you. I think Spokane is very appreciative of its community, its local businesses, and they try to support that whenever they can. They try to show their pride of Spokane. And a lot of people talk about going overseas. They want to, you know, like change the world and all that, and they think they have to do that 3,000 miles away, but really you should start in your own backyard.
Yeah, it's really where I go to learn about any new music or upcoming events or just like ways to get into the community or volunteer at different places.
They go out into the community and do things. I mean, they'll host concerts at the Big Dipper, they'll host concerts, you know, at the Bing. They'll have events like the Chautauqua, they'll have, you know, Marmot Fest. They have these events that you can go to in the community and see them and interact with, you know, your DJs, or just go to the event and have fun and support your local community.
You know, like I was gonna say, Spokane's very up and coming or trendy, if you will. You know, they want to really support the arts. They want to support music. They want to do all kinds of things. There's always cool things happening in and around Spokane.
It's such a no-brainer because of it just opens your mind just to listen to new kinds of music and hear conversations that are just so real and out there and pertinent to what's going on in the world now. You know, it's community members, it's good news, it's great stuff. Very diverse, yeah.
Yeah, they've done a great job of getting a full spectrum of the community on the air. And so that tower really is a two-way beacon for Spokane to get out into the world and for the world to kind of come into Spokane and do it in a way where a lot of different voices are represented and a lot of different viewpoints are presented. And it's a rarity, not just in Spokane, but in general.
There's something for everybody because KYRS is everybody.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, we're students, we're moms, we're full-time employees, we're volunteers. We're all volunteers who just want to do something cool and want to reach out to our community. And so we do it because we have the opportunity, and why not?
The reason we're going to be celebrating 12 years coming up is because community has rallied around the idea of KYRS.
My name is William Berry.
I'm Jennifer LaRue.
I am Jesse Swanson.
My name is Laura.
I am the Queen of Maine.
And I am the Luscious Duchess.
I'm Ned Bowen.
My name is Sergey Grinkin,
My name is Jonathan Sheffield.
and that's why
We are KYRS.